Welcome in, everybody. It's another Pigskin on 10 here on News Channel 10 and Pigskin Review. Jacob Albrocht, Lance Launert. Here we go, Lance. Week 7 of the high school football season. Districts underway, and we've got a lot of exciting districts getting started. Our 1As, a lot of those teams will be off this week as they get ready for their very short district seasons. But up at the bigger levels, 4A, we saw our first taste of 3-4A, and you get Amarillo High, Caprock, and Canyon with the wins, Randall, Palo Duro, Dumas with the losses. And kind of where we start today, Randall-Dumas, which is the first game of the week on the Thursday night, that becomes a really important game because you definitely don't want to start district play 0-2.
Right. Randall at Palo Duro is going to be a great game. Both teams desperate. They kind of come off losses to rivalry teams. No big deal with that. You know, you can't freak out over the first week of the season, and the coaches haven't, the players haven't. But, Jake, this is a big, big game because PD's still stinging without Malik Sims at quarterback a little bit and without Anton Turner, the great running back. But Anthony McLean rushed for almost 140 yards against Amarillo High, had the big run. So it's going to be a great game. And then obviously Brian Wood and the Raiders, they've just won a ton of games the last 3 years. So they're not about to let the loss to Canyon stymie their bid for a playoff run.
And both of those teams had signs of being great last week and then obviously all preseason long. We did find out today that Antoine Turner and Malik Sims not expected to play again for Palo Duro. So that's big going forward in the game.
Right. Just so you guys know, Malik is now out of his boot, though, and into a regular shoe, which means the circulation to that injury will be increased dramatically. And then Anton, you know, he was on crutches on the sideline, so that injury may be worse than we thought.
Two of the teams that won in 3-4A will play Friday night at Dick Bivens, Amarillo High and Caprock. And, you know, this is one I always look forward to in the past because it was such a clash of styles. But this year, Lance, Caprock stops the run, and they're a little more balanced on offense. We saw Amarillo High. They kind of do what they always do. They're going to run at you with a lot of different weapons. They're going to play good defense and be there at the end of the game. How much here do we look away from the past on this one and kind of give this one its own fresh start?
Totally forget the past. Here's the Rock at 6-0. First time in school history, this is 50 years of football, they can be 7-0, which would be huge for the school. Obviously, Amarillo High is one of the favorites to win this district. Caprock wants to throw that David Goliath thing out the door. Let's just play some football and not worry about everybody thinking Amarillo High is so much better than Caprock. You are right. They have concentrated on defense this year. That will help them at least try to get Amarillo High off the field. Last year, what was it, Jacob, like 49-0 at half?
Yeah.
Caprock wants no part of that, and they're young and hungry and drawing big crowds, so I look for a really close game.
I don't think there's any way it's that big of a margin this year. And Caprock, with the way they're playing defense and stopping some high-powered running attacks, you've got to like their chances in this one to come out and get the win. I think it's a totally different year in 3-4A.
Right, but let's give Amarillo High the credit. You know, they still haven't lost in this district. Mel Maxfield's offense is tremendous, controls games, and, you know, they look pretty dang good against Palo Duro. And
then we go down to 2A, our game of the week on the wrap-up, Bushland and Muleshoe.
Good choice.
And, you know, it's going to be, Lance, I think something that we need to look at. Maybe the last time these guys play, at least in this situation where it's a district or a playoff matchup in a long time, because Bushland looks like they're going up. Now, I don't know if Muleshoe is, but Bushland expects to go up. And so maybe we don't see this rivalry get to live on each and every year down the road. Maybe that adds a little something to what's already a highly intense rivalry. There aren't any bigger at that level of football.
There aren't, and going into Muleshoe and trying to win a football game is no easy chore. Coach Flowers knows that at Bushland. His team knows that. They are coming up. One of the things you can look for, Jacob, they are coming off an emotional game with Littlefield, a flat-out shootout, 49-41. I mean, Taylor Cornelius, their quarterback, throws for 6 touchdowns and 397 yards, runs for like 70 yards, and picks off a pass to end the game to seal it. So you have some great players on the field, and I really look forward to this game. You guys made a great choice. This is one of the games of the entire state that people are waiting to see the outcome. Now, both of them are 1-0, and that's what they care about. That 2-0 with wins over Littlefield and Muleshoe would put Bushland in the driver's seat to win district.
Yeah, you got to like their chances. Childress certainly will have something to say about that as well. But in this district, which is like that 4-team race, it appears at least as of now, is going to be intense. It's going to be hard-hitting and exciting to watch. Both of these teams capable of putting up a ton of points, both honestly capable of giving up some points. we might be in for a
50-49,
long one. Yeah,
50-49,
we could be play. That game might not be over by the time we finish the wrap up after midnight, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
There's a chance, yeah.
A lot of other good games in there as well.
One quick note: you got David Wood, the Muleshoe coach, and his twin brother is a superintendent at Bushland.
That's what spurs the rivalry, I think, behind the scenes a little bit.
Yeah.
Those two guys.
Yeah.
They really want to pick up that win. And it means a ton. It means a ton for so many different reasons. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of other good games. All our 3A, our 2A, our 4A, our 5A. That's all district. Some of our 1A even. And then the smaller schools in 1A will begin their districts next week. We'll have it all covered for you on Friday night. PigskinReview.com, News Channel 10 Wrap-Up.com. You can catch us on the Wrap-Up, 11 o'clock on News Channel 10 too, 11:37 on News Channel 10. Lance and his guys will have scores and updates and Saturday's
Right, at
World News.
Amarillo.com and all that. And give a shout out to you real quick. You're leading our Crystal Ball, look at Thursday's paper. And I'm leading the contest here, so
yep.
It's kind of a weird deal going on, but congratulations.
They're both very close. So the fans, by the way, on our Pick'em are right on everybody's heels, just a game or two back. And I think we put some games on there this week, and in the Crystal Ball too, where we're going to have some shifts in the power rankings, and it should be a lot of fun. We'll go over those Friday night. We'll see you again next week right here. Another Pigskin on 10 for Lance Launard. I'm Jacob Albrocht. We'll see you Friday.